So today, though, what I want to talk to you guys about, or tell you guys, is most of you have known that I was burned in a house fire, and um, what has happened to, how I was burned, and how I got to America, and all the surgeries. But what I haven't said or told you guys was the little stories from the beginning of how I grew up to where I am now, and um, kind of how everything sort of happened, um, and that's kind of what I'm gonna be telling you guys today. So today, I'm gonna tell you from the beginning, from Romania, when I was a little kid, and well, I was born in Romania in a small village called Ciurești, and I had two older siblings, my sister Alina, and then my older brother Yanuts. And growing up was really fun there. It was, it was just with animals and friends. The little village that I grew up in probably had about 200 people, so everybody was like family there. It was really cool. Um, yeah. So and my parents, they were really taking care of us and loving. My mom, um, she was just awesome. She taught me a lot of things in the house of how how to cook and how to clean, and um, she was loving. She gave me everything I needed to grow up as a kid, and that's something I'll never be able to forget. My dad, he was really, he was the man of the house, so he taught us how to work outside, how to take care of the animals, and how to, basically take care of the whole 18 acres that we owned at the time. And so as me being young, he was teaching me again how to take care of the animals, how to feed them, clean up after them. Um, we would go on the 18 acres we had. We would grow corn. We would set it all up and then harvest it afterwards. We do all that by hand. So we needed everybody in the family. Plus, we would sometimes hire people from the village to help us with everything to cut down the corn and kind of get it ready and then sell it. And then we would, um, you know, that was the way we had, that was our job. And the village, we didn't have day-to-day jobs as we normally do here. And so that was really, for me, as I am older now, it was really a fun learning experience to be able to have done that, to grow up on a farm and see how much responsibility I had to where I am now, that it's more relaxing and it's um, more freedom, more freedom, right? And so growing up again, I would, take care of the animals and feed them and clean up after them. And then the older I got, the more responsibility I got. I would take the horse that we had and I would get it ready, put the little buggy or cart on the horse, and I would put the big old, like, gallon, not gallon, but it was bigger, big, like, wine um, case thing to go get water from the well. So I would take that and we'd go to the well. I would fill the whole thing up and then bring it back home, and we would have water for a week or 2 weeks. And then we would do that again and so forth. Um, but as the older we got, the more responsibility we got. So my parents would go to Italy, and then my older siblings would stay at home and take care of me while they were working there, and so they would be taking care of me and taking care of the farm that we had as well. And that was a lot of responsibility for them being 10 to 13 years old while my parents were gone, taking care of me, feeding and the animals. And so that was kind of it was tough growing up, but of course that's the way we saw things and that's the way things were. And me, even after my parents left, my brother and sister, they would be out working, doing more adulter things. So I would go and get the chicken, kill it, and get it ready and cook it. And then once my siblings got home, there was some food there that I kind of got ready, and then that was kind of how the life in Romania was for me. And one day though, my parents came back and from Italy. My brother was left to go there and work by himself. And so when my parents came back, we were celebrating and having fun, and it was really fun to have them there with us and be able to to talk about all the things we've done and all the things we've learned, and how Italy was and how Romania is, and yeah. So like I've mentioned, my parents, they were loving. They taught me so many things, and um, but one night though, I remember this. My sister was out with her boyfriend. My brother was out in Italy working. One night though, something was different. I wasn't sure what. We have our house, and we would all sleep in kind of in the same room. We would have two beds, on one bed on the left, one bed on the right, and my mom was on the right side, I was on the left side, and I was kind of night. It was around 10:30 to 11:30, and we were getting ready for bed, and something was different. I remember my dad. He was angry. He was frustrated, and he kind of locked all the doors around, and was arguing with my mom. I was scared. I was crying, and he can't. He was arguing with her, and we had a hot stove right by the door, and my dad had a gas can. And I was so scared that I wanted to jump to my mom, and my dad, again, he was super drunk and angry, and so he saw that I wanted to jump to my mom, and I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, and so he